Hi there, film fans. I'm Rex King. It's been a little bit. That's due to the fact that last week I was kind of really sick and I really didn't feel like I could do a video that week, which is why I never reviewed Beetlejuice. If you still want me to do a video on that, please let me know in the comments below. I did see the movie, I just couldn't review it because my voice was really strained at that time. But today we are talking about The Killer's Game. So The Killer's Game was directed by J.J. Perry and stars Dave Bautista as a hitman who works in this kind of criminal underbelly where assassins kill criminals for money. He's one of the best. Following an incident where he killed someone, a human trafficker, he meets this dancer, played by Sofia Boutella, and they fall pretty much in love pretty quickly. However, it's not long before Dave Bautista's character finds out that he is dying from a terminal illness that has no cure. So he decides he wants to put a hit on himself, so the insurance money he has will go to the woman that he loves. However, he quickly finds out that that was a misdiagnosis, and he wants to very much try to find a way out of the situation he now finds himself in, as the hit he put on himself was through an old enemy who really wants him dead, and is going to send any number of hitmen that she can his way to hopefully kill him. So, the Killer's Game very much is dollar store John Wick. And this is going to happen whenever we have a movie that's trying to build up its own criminal underworld of assassins and networks. We're going to inevitably compare it to John Wick. Now, this film is different than John Wick in the sense that it's more of an action comedy and tries to have a lot more jokes in it, whereas John Wick is much more serious. That being said, it's very, very boring in the beginning. Like, before the action gets going, there is like 40 minutes of screen time where nothing of interest really happens. We have a few kills, but they're really not interesting to look at, and they aren't really stylized in any way. We don't get anything interesting until we start meeting the other assassins that are hired to kill our main character, as each assassin or group of assassins kind of gets their own introduction, and those introductions are honestly the best part of the movie, as each character gets a chance to shine and show off what they're capable of. I really loved those scenes in particular. I found them funny, entertaining, and stylized really interestingly. However, as soon as they start taking on our main character, the action doesn't necessarily stay at that level of hype. It does still have some decent choreography, and the fighting's not awful, but it's not as good as when we get those introduction bits, and I really felt like the visuals were waning a little bit. The cinematography's not awful. There are moments when two characters are having a conversation and the camera's just whirling around them for some reason. I'm not quite sure why people do that when you could just hold the camera steady and have the two characters have their conversation, and it would be fine as long as the conversation's interesting. Which brings me to my next point. This film's writing is bad. Yeah, there's a lot of weird dialogue choices, and our characters are just not that interesting. Our main character and his love interest are both one-note characters who really don't feel like real people and are just not that interesting. Their romance is fine, but I just don't care enough about it to really give a crap about the character's overall survival rate in this film overall. I really wanted to kind of like this movie because I really like Dave Bautista, and it seemed okay when I watched the trailer. It just, well, if you've seen the trailer, then not only have you seen the entire premise of the movie, you kind of really don't need to see this film to know kind of how it ends. And yeah, I did enjoy myself with some of the action, and the music's not bad either, but with the way the film is written and the way the story is composed and the fact that 40 minutes of screen time is completely wasted, I can't recommend this one. I am going to give this film a 4 out of 10, and to be honest, the only reason it's even that high probably is because when I went into this film, I was very tired and very depressed, and thank God this movie was a little bit dumb and fun because I was able to follow it, and I was very much appreciated by the fact that it was a film that I didn't need to think during. But it's still a bad movie, and I recognize that. I did have a good time watching it, but again, I was exhausted. So, at the end of the day, I can't recommend this one. Uh, Again, I'm sorry for the inconsistency of my video releasing as of late, but with my full-time job and me having colds off and on for the past few weeks, it's been really hard. I'll try to get better at it. And if you like these videos, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.